Continuing coverage now, the Spokane City Council. A lot of people turned out to last night's meeting. Several members of Spokane's homeless population, many of whom have been camping outside City Hall, testified about a lack of warming centers. In the last few weeks, the council has expanded resources for the winter season, approving plans and money for more centers. But while they wait for them to open, some of Spokane's homeless say that they have no place to go to escape the cold. KXLY4's Caroline Rourke working for you with an update on all of this and also a closer look at shelter availability right now in the city. Caroline?
Nadine, last night the council approved to spend more money to help cover the costs of those warming centers and shelters that the city plans to operate this winter season. And members of the homeless community that were at that meeting and spoke at the meeting thanked them for that, but they also asked them what's taken so long.
I want to see my government's answer. I want to see my government's support.
Members of Spokane's homeless population, some of whom have been camped outside City Hall for the last week, filled the city council chambers last night.
What's going to happen for the people that are in need?
The council approved money for warming centers the city plans to operate this year. There's a need right now. The city lost about 100 beds at House of Charity in September when the end of the 24/7 shelter program reduced capacity. They've gotten some of those beds back with a few warming centers that have already opened, and another is expected to be ready on Saturday. But many of the speakers at last night's meeting were concerned about the next few days. So we checked in with local shelters to see what availability is like right now. Hope House, which has submitted an application to be a warming center, is continuously full. Staff said they have to turn away between 7 and 15 women a night. House of Charity is at max capacity for men's beds, though they've had a few mats available for women the last couple nights. Volunteers of America says Crosswalk Youth Shelter has never been full, so there's room for young people there. Truth Ministries says it usually sleeps about 50 men in beds for a few dollars a night and can sleep 80 to 90 in the height of winter. But this month they've had fewer. Only about 35 to 40 shelter guests, where usually they start to fill up at the end of October. The Union Gospel Mission, which is a clean and sober facility, had about 10 openings for the men's shelter this afternoon. Crisis Shelter had no single rooms and just 2 rooms for moms and kids open. But one of the things that some of these shelters mentioned to me when we spoke on the phone today is that the way that some of them operate, calling again and again, helps secure a room. Some of those numbers fluctuate even over the span of just a couple hours. And if some folks are looking to secure a room, the shelters advise them to kind of continually check on those rooms and call or stop by to ask. In downtown Spokane, I'm Caroline Rourke, KXLY4 News.